Tonk, talking about the young voters there. Paper leak is a definite issue between, as far as the young voters are concerned. Sachin Pilot had raised that matter, but who's the paper leak issue damaging more, the Congress or the BJP? Pallavi, I do want you to analyze what Sachin Pilot just said. He spoke about collective leadership. He said, "Koi ek vyakti chunav na jita sakta hai, na hara sakta hai." And in the same breath, he said, voters चाहते हैं कि Congress वापस power में आए. Mixed signal that he's giving, like Aman was pointing out throughout the campaigning. Only one instance where his vote appeal was tweeted by Ashok Gehlot. But other than that, it's evident that they are not in this together.
Obviously, they're not in this together, and I think that becomes very much clear, because when you start taking an extra effort to show that you are together, clearly there's something wrong. But I think Sachin Pilot's point is simple, that for 4.5 years, he actually gave up politics at the center in Delhi and parked himself for 4.5 years in Jaipur, in Rajasthan. So the last time round when the Congress came to power, ideally he should have been given the credit and been made the chief minister. So this time round was the argument his supporters certainly are sending out, is that the only reason you made Ashok Gehlot the chief minister was that there's a Lok Sabha election the next year, and Gehlot with his support among the MLAs can ensure a good performance by the Congress party in Rajasthan. The Congress got 0 seats. Not just that, Ashok Gehlot's son Vaibhav Gehlot also lost for what has been the Gehlot bastion of Jodhpur. Now this is an argument which many supporters of Sachin Pilot, should the Congress party come back to power this time round, will make that, listen, last time round your argument formula completely failed. Why not me? And the second important thing is that, in stark contrast to Gehlot, who is known for his nikamma, nakara comments against Sachin Pilot, Pilot has tried to win over the central leadership completely, the Gandhis also, by putting out the point, you wanted me to campaign for MCD elections in Delhi, I was there. Madhya Pradesh, right in the middle of the Rajasthan elections, I was there. So every time there was no need to make a public statement against the central leadership or the state leadership. You know, Sachin Pilot's supporters make the point, and he himself, that I've always been quiet. So I think he is expecting a payback time coming in. He's being very nuanced, he's being very careful in his words, but the effort shows, the unease shows, and you know, the fact remains is that there are many of the sitting MLAs. I remember when I was there, Gopal Meena actually wrote a letter to the state Congress chief requesting that Sachin Pilot should be brought out. Barring those coming on stage when the Gandhis are there, there was no joint rally between Gehlot and Sachin Pilot.
Right.
So people, I don't think, are going to buy this argument that Gehlot and Sachin can work together should the Congress party come back to power, and if Gehlot becomes the chief minister.
Right, Pallavi, do hold on. Aman, I'll request you to hold on as well. The visuals that we are getting are from Vasundhara Raje Scindia's voting booth. Vasundhara Raje Scindia is also now out to vote after seeking divine intervention this morning. You know, is this her last election as well? We don't know whether the Bharatiya Janata Party will give her a chance to be on the CM's chair once again. These are visuals in Vasundhara Raje's polling booth. As well as we see these visuals, Aman, you know, what is the mood within the BJP camp? We've been talking about Gehlot versus Pilot, but there are a lot of contenders in Bharatiya Janata Party as well. There is talk, for example, whether Vasundhara Raje will be comfortable if Diya Kumari is projected as the chief minister.
Absolutely, Arunima. That is what Mr. Sachin Pilot and Mr. Ashok Gehlot have been actually saying to us in interviews, that you are only focusing on the fight between us, that alleged fight between us, but the fight in the BJP is even bigger, because who's their chief ministerial face is not clear. They have a 2-time chief minister in Vasundhara Raje, who no doubt remains popular as well today, but she has not been projected. Even Sachin Pilot in fact told me that she is sulking. A top leader of the BJP in Rajasthan is sulking, but the media is not focusing on that. Well, we went to cover Vasundhara Raje's couple of rallies few days back, and you know, I saw that she still has that resonance amongst the people, huge connect amongst the crowd, especially the women voters. Vasundhara Raje, and what the voters interestingly told me, that you know, she is campaigned across the state. She has specially campaigned for the candidates who are in a way loyalists to her. So around 60 tickets in this election have been given to candidates who are either close to Vasundhara Raje or who owe allegiance to Vasundhara Raje. So out of these 60 people, you know, a 40 or 50 win in this election, Vasundhara Raje, I think, will be back in the reckoning. There is no other leader of the stature of Vasundhara Raje in Rajasthan. Why BJP did not go with her, you know, is a question why nobody is answered. But, you know, the other faces of the BJP, the MPs, Mr. Gajendra Shekhawat from Jodhpur, Mr. Arjun Ram Meghwal from Bikaner, but they both have not contested the assembly election. Then amongst the state faces who are contesting the election, Diya Kumari, Rajyavardhan Rathod, Rajendra Rathod, the LOP. These are the 2-3 other major names which are doing the rounds. If they will become the chief minister if they win. Diya Kumari, for example, when I asked in an interview that, some people say that you don't get along with Vasundhara Raje and you could be a successor. She said Vasundhara Raje is my mentor. She is the one who brought me into politics and there is no fight between us. But then the BJP, I think if the BJP wins, Arunima, the $1 million question is who's going to become the chief minister? Will BJP go in for a generational change? Bring somebody younger like Rajyavardhan Rathod, Rajendra Rathod or Diya Kumari as the chief minister, or they go in for somebody experienced administrator like Gajendra Shekhawat or Mr. Meghwal, who have been MPs and union ministers as well. That remains to be seen. Okay. But in the Congress camp, Arunima, it is very clear that if, in fact, I was in Jodhpur and you could see every poster just as the face of Mr. Ashok Gehlot. I believe Mr. Ashok Gehlot is in no mood to leave that chair if the Congress wins. Okay. I think he's in no mood to make space for Sachin Pilot, as he in fact told me that agar vote meri scheme ke naam pe pad raha hai, to main ye jagah kaise khali kar.
Oh, in fact, across Rajasthan, Aman, on poles, on buses, on bus stops, everywhere you see those pink posters with Ashok Gehlot's face in there. So it's very clear what the Congress leadership in Rajasthan, led by Ashok Gehlot, is really thinking. But Pallavi, when you travelled across Rajasthan, the fact that there are so many personalities, Aman just listed some of them, from Arjun Ram Meghwal to Gajendra Shekhawat to the Rathors to Diya Kumari. It's clear Bharatiya Janata Party is seeking vote in the name of the Modi Sarkar, the image of the Prime Minister and the kind of development that he has done in the country. On the ground, is there a resonance that you find more for the central leadership, or is there a problem for the Bharatiya Janata Party, given the fact that so many people have turned independent when BJP denied them the ticket?
Okay, I'm just going to do a little caveat and kind of disagree with you and Aman on that, about the huge posters and hoardings being in the name of Ashok Gehlot, because it also goes on to show the helplessness within the central leadership of the Congress party. In an ideal situation, they are not happy with the idea that they were only Gehlot's posters. In fact, yesterday when a tweet was sent out by the Design Box founder Naresh, and where he talked about a 4th term for Ashok Gehlot, there was a sense of discomfort within the central leadership of the Congress party, because here they're trying to make an effort to project Sachin Pilot also as one of the faces, and here you have someone
Pallavi, give me a second, please. Vasundhara Raje is speaking. I'll cut live and then come back to you.
All right, now this is much better. देखिए, मेरा तो आग्रह होगा सब वोटर्स से, स्पेशली नव मतदाताओं से, जो नव मतदाताओं से कि वो आएं और अपना वोट अवश्य कास्ट करें आज। ये वोट उनके राष्ट्र के लिए, ये वोट हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी के लिए, और ये वोट आने वाले नेशन बिल्डिंग के हिसाब से बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट होगा।
मैम, आपके ग्रैंडसन भी आए हैं फर्स्ट टाइम वोट करने। हाँ, आपका ग्रैंडसन भी आया फर्स्ट टाइम वोट करने।
मैम, वो क्या कहेंगे?
हमारे पास भी फैमिली में फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर है, मुझे बड़ी खुशी है इसको। तो अच्छा हुआ ये बहुत दिल्ली से रात भर चल के आया है जस्ट टू कास्ट हिज वोट टुडे।
मैम, विरोधियों को क्या कहेंगे मैम? विरोधियों को क्या कहेंगे आप?
अभी तो पहले अपन आग्रह करें उन लोगों को जिनसे अपन वोट।
वसुंधरा जी, मुख्यमंत्री कौन होगा अगला? वसुंधरा जी,
गहलोत साहब कह रहे हैं मैम कि इस बार रिवाज बदलेगा राजस्थान के अंदर, और इस बार कांग्रेस
Raje Scindia there casting her vote and speaking to the press. Pallavi, I'm sorry I had to cut you short. Caveat accepted. But if you talk to us about Vasundhara Raje, perhaps her last election and the impact that her not getting projected as the CM face of BJP is having on the ground when you travelled across Rajasthan.
But also the fact that, when the BJP is, kind of projecting the fact that a vote for the BJP is a vote for women empowerment, neglecting of Vasundhara Raje Scindia becomes difficult. And also the ticket distribution is a very key factor and indicator of the fact that whether a leader has his say or not. And Vasundhara Raje has managed to get a large number of her people as far as the ticket distribution is concerned. Also towards the fag end of the campaign, I did see those photo opportunities and those occasions where you would see the Prime Minister standing next to her. It's very difficult to ignore someone on the ground like a Vasundhara Raje Scindia, but yes, I also agree that wherever we travelled, everywhere people would talk about the fact that she's been sidelined, unke baare mein baat नहीं किया जा रहा है, and will she even be made a chief minister or not. There's a sense within a section of the BJP on the